Keywest, guys. Just to tell you a little bit more about us. This guy's name is Glover. My name is Cav. We go by those names because we're both Andrew. We've been friends since we were 6 years old. We started playing here on the street when we were 14, and we went over to LA when we were about 18. We started busking in Los Angeles. We met the rest of the band in LA, and then we started busking around America. We ended up in Keywest, which is where we met our bass player, and we called ourselves Keywest. We then went back to Los Angeles, started busking again. That led to us working with a producer called Mark Needham, who produced the Mr. Brightside album for The Killers, Radioactive for Imagine Dragons, Rumours for Fleetwood Mac. We signed the deal, and since then we've had 3 #1 albums, a platinum album, 5 #1 singles, 3 nominations in the Irish Music Awards. We've had tens of millions of streams, songs on the radio all over the world, and songs in movies and TV shows. Now, despite that success, none of it ever seemed to trickle into our bank account, so we needed to kind of reassess things. In 2022, we finally had the opportunity to get out of our contracts, so we took them. And we decided we'd come back and play on the streets and try and build our fan base from the ground up with complete ownership of what we do, and try and sell our music directly to people on the streets instead. So we hope you'll have listened to 1 or 2 songs. If you decide you want to take away any of our music, this is our brand new album. It's called Anything But Normal. It's not available on Spotify because Spotify pays $4 for 100,000 streams or something along those lines. So we decided to do things differently. When you buy a CD off us on the street, it does have a password inside of it, and that way you can download it from our website to your phone and then Spotify. It's just a workaround. So we hope you'll have a listen to 1 or 2 songs, and if you decide you want to take away the music, it is only 20 for all 3 of the albums together. Plus we've included these tote bags for free with the 3 albums. That's all 3 albums plus the tote bag for 20 in a city where it's 20 for 2 pints. So have a listen to 1 or 2 songs. This next song is a song called The Little Things, and if you don't mind, guys, we have a license to play here, and as we progress this gets a little bit bigger, and if a busking inspector goes past and we don't have a small crowd, we get fined. So can I ask you to come a lot closer to us so that we can maintain a small shape? The thing is, when you stand far back, people start to stand behind you, they don't stand in front of you out of politeness, and then it turns into a bit of so that when people start to stop behind you, we're not blocking the area. This song is called The Little Things. It's this album right here. It's about sort of the simple things in life being more important than the big things, and it was a #1 song for us. And like I said, we hope you'll have a listen to 1 or 2 songs. We get one chance to try and win you over. We get one chance to say our pitch, so to speak. And unfortunately for us, we get about 1,000 messages from people who watch us. We've got 4 phones pointed at us right now. This is all the social media live streams. We get about 1,000 messages a week from people who saw us the week before, and they end up following us on one of these. And it's always says the same thing. I saw you last week, and I've been listening since, and I wish I got an album. And so I'll do everything I can to try and hopefully get you to take that impulse decision, because we get one chance to win you over. This song, as I said, is called A Little Things. Do you want them signed? Wonderful. So this is called The Little Things. It's about the little things in life that end up being the most important, and we hope you'll have a listen to 1 or 2. And we hope you might say, do you know what? Some of you might be visiting Dublin. You might want a souvenir. You might get something that says Ireland, Dublin, Trinity, Guinness, or Temple Bar on it. We hope you'll see that's a little bit more unique, at least. It says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street, Ireland, with love, Keywest. It's a great way to kind of pay tribute to all the wonderful musicians who've played here in the past, and no doubt will play here in the future. Tons of famous Irish artists started here. A bunch of other international artists came through on the street as well, including Ed Sheeran, James Bay, Passenger, Lewis Capaldi, Rodrigo Gabriela. The street's even referenced in an Ed Sheeran song. There's a movie about it that won an Oscar. It's the most famous street in the world for music, and it produces more successful artists than any other street in the world, and that's a good souvenir to have, because at least when you get home, yeah, it's great to be back. When you go home, people say, did I get something in the shop, or did you get something off some buskers on the street? In a world where everything is kind of mass-produced, that is not. Thanks so much for your time. This is called The Little Things. Like I said, it's about the simple things in life that end up being the most important. Simple things like being able to save for a house, or build a relationship, or start a family, or whatever it may be, instead of these grandiose ideas you have as a kid. And just a few more steps in, guys, if you don't mind, because we really do need to maintain a small circle for this performance, or we get a fine. Wonderful. This is called The Little Things. Please bring the band onto the street with us, because we have to finish in an hour. It's already 5:20. We've only played 2 songs. Imagine it was five of us, how long it would take to get ready. So we've got to be finished up in 37 minutes. So that's probably only 3 or 4 more songs. This is called The Little Things. When you're crying, I will understand, and I will always be right here to hold your hand. When it's darkest, when you're all alone, I will be that shining light to guide you home. 'Cause it's the little things, I swear. The way you sing when you dry your hair. It's the little things we share. Oh, the way you hold my hand after all these years. You make me laugh and I'm close to tears. We stay up late drinking cheap red wine. Like it's our first date, we'll just talk all night about the little things. When you're old, when your bones feel weak, I will sing to you until you fall asleep. And when it's colder, when it gets hard to move, I will dance with you right there in the living room. 'Cause it's the little things you do, the way you laugh when I act a fool. It's the little things you do. The way you hold my hand after all these years. You make me laugh when I'm close to tears. We stay up late drinking cheap red wine. Like it's our first date and we'll just talk all night. I tell you all my fears and you just say, we'll play it all by ear. We'll be okay. We're so much stronger than all of this. We'll build our lives up brick by brick upon the little things. Upon the little things. When you're crying, I will understand, and I will always be right here to hold your hand. 'Cause it's the little things I've seen. You're so much kinder than I'll ever be. It's the little things for me. Like it's our first date, we'll just talk all night. I tell you all my fears and you just say, we'll play it all by ear. We'll be okay. We're so much stronger than all of this. We'll build our lives up brick by brick upon the little things. Thank you very much. Thank you. I Again, we're called Keywest, guys. Thank you so much for stopping to listen to us. This next song is a song called The Things I Wish I'd Done. While I'm introducing this next song, if anybody wants to take the opportunity while I'm talking to pop over to Glover, he'll be able to help you out with the music. And again, just to remind you, it is only 20 for all three of the albums together, plus the souvenir tote bag, all in there for 20. And as I said before, our brand new album is not on Spotify, so the only place you can get it is actually off us on the street or at a gig. However, when you get it off us as a CD, I know a lot of people don't have CD players, there is a password behind the CD, and that will let you download it from our website to your phone, at which point you can then use your Spotify or whatever it is that you use to play it. So it's just a workaround. Like I said, we kind of got fed up by being ripped off with the labels. A lot of people don't know how bad the music industry has gotten, but in the 90s, Prince had a big issue with the music industry. He tried to get out of his contract in a number of ways, and he never succeeded, but he also championed trying to make some changes. And believe it or not, it's much worse now. It's a lot worse. Record labels take 80% of what you make, publishers take 50, management takes 20. That is the reason why in the last few years, you probably only know solo artists who've come through, no new bands. And I'm talking worldwide. In the 90s and 2000s and forever, there's been bands everywhere. In the last 3 or 4 years, it's all solo artists. And it's not because people's tastes have changed, it's because a band has to split what they make by 5. So they give up and they can't survive. And that is the crux of how the industry has gone. So we decided that we would put our faith in people instead of putting our faith in companies anymore. We're now completely independent. We get onto the streets all over the world. We advertise our music by performing it, and we ask people to buy it. When you buy it off us, when you take the album home with you, when you download it, you'll be asked if you want to tell us what city you're in. If you tell us what city you're in, we'll send you an email when we're playing a show in your town. And like I said, a lot of people, they end up going home and researching the band anyway, because it's reasonably unique, I think, to walk down the street and hear somebody tell you they've had 3 #1 albums and a platinum album and now they're busking. So that often makes people curious, just to even see if I'm lying. Maybe I'm telling, maybe I'm lying. It's all verifiable, and that's why we end up using these 4 phones. A lot of people end up following our live streams later, listening to our music later, and we get a lot of messages to the effect of, I saw you guys last week and I wish I had taken an album with me because I've been listening to you since. So we're hoping you'll take a little leap of faith, bring the music with you, and we know we're asking you to make an impulse decision, so that's why we try and offer you as much as we can, to give you as much value as we can. We hope you'll see the value in 3 albums and a bag for 20 in a city where it's 20 for 3 large coffees. It is 20 for 2 pints in most pubs, and they're gone in seconds. And it's a good souvenir, like I said. You know, you get home and you've got something that's sort of, you bought off buskers in Dublin instead of bought in a shop. I think there's some more value there. This next song is called The Things I Wish I'd Done. So to explain this song, when I was 15 years old, I worked in this shop, 3 doors up, Clark's shoe shop. I worked in the stockroom, and I was coming in a midterm, and it was a Monday morning. I gave my seat to an old man, and he started talking to me about life. That was a long time ago, and I forgot all about that. And a few months ago, I saw a little boy give his seat to an old man, and for some reason, the whole conversation came back to me, and I sort of said, "You won't believe this." I told him, I said, "I'm remembering this conversation I had a long time ago," and he said, "That's a great concept for a song. We should do that." So we did. This is it. It's called The Things I Wish I'd Done. Somebody clipped this song a couple of weeks ago on the street, just watching us, and they videoed it. They sent it to us, so we put it up. It was just a basic phone recording, but it's already had 700,000 views just on a very basic recording, so we're very pleased with the response we've gotten. It's called The Things I Wish I'd Done. Can I get everyone as well to take a collective step in as well, so we're not taking up too much space? If a busking inspector goes by and we're blocking the area, we get a fine. So we can just come in a little bit closer. Wonderful. This is called The Things I Wish I'd Done. After this song, if you do want to take away the music, Glover can help you. He has a card machine as well. Or if you don't want to wait till the end of the song, this is real, you can pop over to him and he'll give you a hand. This is called The Things I Wish I'd Done. offered him my seat to an old man so he could sit down. He smiled and said, they don't make them like they used to, and there's no respect among the youth for the older generation. It's a sad, sad revelation what the world is coming to. So don't go wasting precious time. Hear these words of mine. Life goes by in the blink of an eye, and you're older, and it's over. Time will fly like a bird in the sky, so be bolder, 'cause your time is much sweeter than honey, more precious than gold. It's worth more than money, so don't wait until you're old. If it's wasted on the young, sing the songs I wish I'd sung, do the things I wish I'd done. Well, he told me of his childhood, his triumphs and his failures on the way, of his deep and boundless sorrow at the passing of his dearest wife, Sinead. Then he smiled and said, find someone who makes you laugh and live each moment like your last. Say I love you every night, say I'm sorry when you fight, and leave your anger in the past. And don't go wasting precious time. Read these words of mine. Life goes by in the blink of an eye, and you're older, and it's over. Time will fly like a bird in the sky, so be bolder, 'cause your time is much sweeter than honey, more precious than gold. It's worth more than money, so don't wait until you're old. Youth is wasted on the young, sing the songs I wish I'd sung, do the things I wish I'd done. He pressed the bell and said farewell, rose up from his seat, and then he said, go on and live your life, my lad, I hope that my advice will serve you well. Life goes by in the blink of an eye, and you're older, and it's over. Time will fly like a bird in the sky, so be bolder, 'cause your time is much sweeter than honey, more precious than gold. It's worth more than money, so don't until you're old. Youth is wasted on the young, sing the songs I wish I'd sung, and do the things I wish I'd done. Thank you very much, thank you. Again, we're called Keywest. That song was called The Things I Wish I'd Done. While I'm introducing the next song, if anybody wants to take the opportunity to take our music off us, pop on over to Glover here. He'll be able to help you out. And as I said before, he does have a card machine as well if you don't have cash. And it is only 20 for all three of the albums together. Plus we've included the tote bags totally free with the three albums. And we hope you'll see the value in that. After all, if you go into a souvenir shop in Dublin and get a tote bag that just says Ireland or Dublin on it, it'll probably be about €10. It's totally free off us on the street. It says the best buskers in the world are made on Grafton Street, Ireland, with love, Keywest. And again, as I said, our brand new album is called Anything But Normal. It is not available on Spotify. It's only available directly from us on the street or at gigs. It's obviously cheapest on the street. We try and sell it for as little as we can. It also comes with a password that lets you download it from our website to your phone so that you can use it in Spotify, but it's not on Spotify. You have to use the password to download it first, and then you can put it into your playlist in Spotify or whatever it is that you use on your phone. It'll work that way. It's kind of a workaround, put some value back into what we do. So this next song is called Stop the World. It's a song about how mad the world has gotten. And as I said before, we are now a completely independent band. Long story short, thank you. We've had 3 #1 albums here in Ireland. We've had a platinum album. We've had 5 #1 singles, 3 nominations in the Irish Music Awards. We've had tens of millions of streams. We've had songs all over the world on radio. We've had songs in movies and TV shows. A lot of people, they watch us on the street, they go home, listen to some of our music and find out they already knew a song or two. And we get about 1,000 messages here on the social media every single week because we perform about 12 to 14 times a week in different locations. And that means we perform to a lot of people. And obviously most people don't take away the music, so we end up getting a lot of messages from people, and the messages always say the same thing. I really wish I had gotten an album when I was there, I just didn't think about it at the time. So I'm hoping we can convince you to do it. I'll say whatever I can to get you to make that decision, because I get one chance to win you over. Like I said before, we started off, we've been friends since we were 6 years old. We started playing on the street when we were 14, and we went to LA when we were 18. We met the first two guys in the band in LA, and then we started busking around America. We met the final member of the band in Keywest, and then we went back to LA and started busking there because we thought maybe we could try and get a record deal. We ended up working with a producer, a guy called Mark Needham, who produced the Mr. Brightside album for The Killers and Rumours for Fleetwood Mac and Radioactive for Imagine Dragons. And we worked with him. We got to work with some wonderful songwriters, and then we did get a deal, and that's what led to all the success that we had. Now, despite the success we had, despite the success we had, none of it ever seemed to translate into any money into our accounts, and as time went by, we realised we were spending 90% of our lives in tour buses and hotel rooms making money for people we never met, watching our lives slip away for a few joyous moments on stage or in the studio. Eventually that's not enough. You start to want simple things like being able to save for a house or build a lasting relationship or be home for family events, things like that. So we made the decision in 2022. We had completed our 3 albums. That was our deal. That was our obligation. Once that was finished, we decided not to sign back in. We'd learned we weren't going to listen to any more promises, because you would be shocked at the promises you get told. And there's a lot of companies you get involved with: labels, publishers, promoters, management agencies. And that's just the beginning of a very massive machine. And in the last few years, things have changed dramatically. Obviously, the value of music has gone down quite a lot since streaming has become a thing. And that is the reason why almost all new artists are solo artists and not bands. So the actual horizon of music has changed a lot. And we decided that one of the best ways for us to actually play original music and build a fan base was on the streets. So every single person that buys an album from us, in our mind, we've made a fan. We'll potentially see you at a show down the road. And then we've also gained the money to put towards recording more music or booking tours or whatever it may be. We can't book all the tours in one go. Last year was the first year we had played on the street in 10 years, and we sold out our tour in February. This is our next tour. We've just announced it. It's a bigger tour than we played in February. It includes a lot of shows in Europe. And then we'd like to include the US, Canada, Australia. But we can't do it all in one go. Just renting these venues was 40,000, just to rent them. So we have to kind of do things in pieces, try and pay off the loans and continue to grow and do it all in pieces. So we hope you'll have a listen, see what you think, and if you decide you want to support us, you can pop over to Glover here in between each song, or if you want to just do it during the song, you can talk to Rio here. This next song is called Stop the World. It's a song about how mad the world has gotten and how social media has affected us all. The hypocrisy of me saying this while having 4 phones pointed at me is not lost on me, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I remember when social media started. I remember when Facebook took off, what it was for. It was for connecting people. What's it for now? Some would argue information, I would argue it's mostly just to put up things, to try and get likes from people you don't know, to give you some sort of semblance of fame, internal fame, micro fame, whatever it may be, narcissism maybe. We all suffer from it. If it's for me, I got more anxiety, less concentration, and that's what we wanted to talk about. Some people get triggered by it, and that's okay, because that's what it's for. Can I ask everyone to step a little closer, so that we're not blocking the area? We get fined for that. This is called Stop the World. One benefit of being completely independent is you can say what you want and write what you want. Try and express your own opinions in your music without some dude in a suit telling you what you should be saying. And this is it. This is called Stop the World.